What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here. This is episode 2 of your YouTube Unpopular Opinions, and let's get straight into it. The first one, I hope I don't butcher this name, but it's Tayeb Diab, and he says Tottenham should sign Choupo-Moting.
No.
Why not? Champions League semi-finalist.
Crap. He's rubbish.
Everyone goes mad. Did he get them into the semis or the final? Choupo-Moting. He got them into the semis, didn't he? Yeah, semis, the Atalanta, yeah.
I
mean, pedigree in the Champions League.
No, I don't want Eric Choupo-Moting.
No, I agree with you. This is a good one. Mercato Play says Ben and Sim are the best analysts and news reporters for Spurs on YouTube.
Disagree.
You got to agree with that one. That is definitely surely that's not an unpopular opinion. Surely that's not an unpopular opinion. Surely.
Well, you seem to have spelt my name wrong.
Your name's not there. It's Sim.
No,
Sim. It's the brothers, the Daniel brothers.
No.
All right. Well, I agree with that. Slav doesn't agree. Let me know in the comment section below.
Got to back the boy.
Slav or Sim. Next up, Lefa Motsapi, and he says Gedson Fernandes needs to be signed permanently and loaned out for more game time. He really has unbelievable potential.
He was listed as like the best thing out of Portugal with João Felix, wasn't he?
He was.
Someone obviously made a mistake on that article.
Yeah, I think they meant Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah. How much? What is the
45 million?
Yeah, no. Next. No. What's next?
William Ogulalu says Gedson has shades of Neymar.
Where are you reading? You're making these people up and just writing things. Gedson has shades of Neymar. Yes, and I've got shades of Channing Tatum in me. If you'd have ever seen me play, you'd honestly think you're watching Frank Lampard. No.
I thought you were like Højbjerg.
Yeah, Højbjerg. No, Gedson is not like Neymar.
Shades of Neymar.
He's shades of Gilberto.
What, the skinny legs, you mean?
Shades of Timothy Atuba, maybe.
I don't know where you guys are getting these opinions from, but I don't know. I'm not that impressed with Gedson so far. Next up, Yuki Yoshida. He says no player in the world can do a better job at left back in the Jose system than Ben Davies. No left back in the world.
David Alaba, Alphonso Davies.
Basically any left back that's good.
Jordi Alba. Yeah, how long have we got?
But they're talking about like the left back that goes into a back three. Yeah, pretty much.
David Alaba.
Yeah, that's another bad one. I think it's not true. Jack Mulkerin says Europa League is better than the FA Cup.
Yeah, I think so. Not by much, but I think what he's trying to say is a European trophy is better than a domestic trophy.
I completely agree with that. I think it is miles better than the FA Cup. I'd much prefer to win Europa League than the FA Cup.
Well, firstly, you get into the Champions League. Secondly, it's a European trophy. And thirdly,
it's a trophy that Arsenal have never won.
And fourthly, I'll take anything. We just need a trophy.
Yeah. Sebastian SF says Tanguy Ndombele is the most talented midfielder in the Premier League.
Yeah, but I see all of this all over Twitter. Oh, he's so talented. He's got all the ability in the world. I agree. I think he is really talented. But what's the point if you've got no work ethic? The thing at least was, okay, with Sissoko, if you go back to when we signed him, terrible. Slated every week. No, it would if we were doing this 3-4 years ago when we bought Sissoko, it would be Sissoko is the most hard-working midfielder in the Premier League, but no talent, and that's okay because if you work hard, you can win fans over, which he's doing now. Everyone knows that no one really wants him on the ball, but you want him in the team because he's a beast. But okay, there's that clip. Do you remember the clip of him tracking back against? I think it's Wolves on Pedro Neto.
Yeah,
and
wasn't that Harry Winks?
No, it was both of them. It's Pedro Neto attacking. Jose gets asked about it in his press conference after. And I watched it back the other day because it came up on my Twitter page. That is honestly awful. You watch it again a few months later and you're like, Jesus, that's a Premier League footballer.
Yeah. Not only a Premier League footballer, but our most expensive signing
on
ever.
Hundreds of thousands a week, meant to be the best thing out of France.
On pay parity with Harry Kane.
Like, no, it's starting to piss me off. At the beginning of the transfer window, people were saying, "Would you sell Ndombele if it meant we bought this player, that player?" Have we got this player in return? I was saying no. I want to give him a chance. But the more I hear about him and the more I see him not work hard and not want to, and all these rumors, go away, man.
Look, to tell you the truth, yeah. Everyone knows our feelings on Ndombele and
all we want to do is see him work hard.
What we think about his talent and his work ethic. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I'm getting sick of all these Tanguy Ndombele rumors and stories. Like
being able to turn away, being able to be on the half turn and move away from it and shift the ball away from your man with a step over doesn't mean you should be.
At the end of the day, if he wants to play at Tottenham, then play at Tottenham. If he doesn't want to go, then fuck off. Like I don't really care at the end of the day.
I'd much rather, if he doesn't want to be there, and get rid of him, I'd much rather have someone in there that actually wants to play for us and will do a job. No one's expecting you to go and score a hat-trick every week. But all we want is for you to work your arse off.
But back to the question saying he's the most talented midfielder in the Premier League.
Not.
You can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't have the work ethic, then you're not the most...
Sure anyway. Kevin De Bruyne is the most talented midfielder in the Premier League.
All right, let's move on from that one. Harrison Brownlee says we should be bringing back Eriksen from Inter so he can add back that creativity in midfield.
I read about that. I was like, would his heart really be in it again?
Fabrizio Romano said on the Last Word on Spurs podcast that 2 weeks ago we inquired about Eriksen.
I think that ship's set. I think why would you bring them back?
I can see what they're saying, that we need that creativity in midfield. Lo Celso is just not doing the same job that Eriksen used to do. But first of all, you need to give Lo Celso time, and second of all,
what does that say about the club if you bring him back?
We've done it before with players like Robbie Keane, Jermaine Defoe, and I'm sure we've done it with other players.
And Gareth Bale.
And Gareth Bale soon come. Eriksen, he just had that strop on him, and like sometimes when he down tools, it's very hard to get it back. And I just think once you get rid of it, I don't agree with bringing him back. I really don't.
I think as well, Jose had an opportunity to sort of try and get him to stay and get the best, and he couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So what's the difference going to be now?
And what? You're going to go to Inter Milan and come out with these things, it's going to be much better, easier to win a trophy with Inter Milan.
You didn't win one.
And then with Spurs, you lose in the Europa League final and then you come back with the tail between your legs.
Doesn't even play for them.
Yeah. Nah. You can't even get into the Inter Milan team.
If we were going to sign a player in that position, I would want us to go and get a 23-year-old who wants to play for the club and be a baller. Yeah,
I agree. I think the ship sailed Christian Eriksen. Yeah. Moving on, JJ Olatunji, and he says...
KSI. That's KSI.
No, is it?
Yeah.
All right. I don't think it's the KSI, but it could be whatever. If Gazzaniga started in goal against Norwich, we would have won the FA Cup. I mean, we wouldn't have beaten Norwich, but I don't know if we would have won the FA Cup.
Don't even know if would we have beaten Norwich.
Well,
if Lloris was in goal, we would have beaten Norwich.
Yeah, I mean,
I still don't know why he started Vorm. Yeah. It's a very un-Jose thing to do as well.
It was.
I'm not quite sure. I'd love to know his thinking behind, his actual real thinking behind that one. But it's a shame.
I mean, I think we could have beaten Norwich if Gazzaniga was in goal,
and if Gedson didn't take a penalty like a baby.
But obviously Gazzaniga, he's got pedigree in penalties for us. And I think Vorm just let a weak goal in, didn't he, in the game?
Yeah, and I don't think he saved the penalty, did he?
Yeah.
Oh well.
Well, I think that could be true.
It's in the past now.
Yeah. John Screw says Sanchez is not good enough to start for Tottenham. His positioning is poor and he is too error-prone.
Leave Big Dave out of it. No, he's a good player.
I think he's been improving every season.
Yeah, he's a good player.
I think his last season was probably his best season for Tottenham.
His problem is he doesn't concentrate when we play the smaller teams. He just starts daydreaming.
Yeah. Do you think he's a bit weak on the ball as well?
No, I think he's a bit indecisive. There's a difference. I think he gets like, what do I do here? But
I don't think his positioning's a problem.
No, it doesn't matter about his positioning because he's so quick as well. No, I think he's a good player. I think he's a really good centre-back.
All right. Let's go on to Manolo, and he says Tanganga is better than any other defender we have, maybe except Doherty. So Tanganga is better than Toby Alderweireld, people. You heard it here first.
And he's better than Doherty, who's not played a game for us yet.
No, he said except for Doherty.
Oh, okay. But he's saying Doherty's better than Tanganga, Doherty's not played a game yet, still.
I think that's a bit...
Yeah. I mean, I've seen Tanganga make plenty of mistakes.
Yeah. And I don't think that's true, that one.
No. It is a no from me.
All right. Next one from Lee Dixon. I hope it's not the Lee Dixon because he's a scumbag. But this is from Lee Dixon. It says, it's pointless breaking the bank to sign players when every club record we've bought has been a disappointment in the Levy era since Rebrov. When you look back at it, are players that we've bought to break the bank: Sissoko, Ndombele, Soldado, Vincent Janssen, Sergei Rebrov. These kind of players. I'm not sure if Son was a record signing at the time. Sanchez was, yeah.
Lamela.
Yeah, I mean, the majority of players have been let downs.
Yeah.
And when you look at the players we bought on bargain basement, kind of like the Dele Allis,
Son 20 million. I think Bergwijn would be. You could
Bergwijn, Toby Alderweireld 15 million.
Jan Vertonghen, Christian Eriksen, Lloris.
I mean, we do.
Doherty at 12 million.
Yeah, we have a lot of better records signing those kind of players than we do when we.
I wouldn't say it's pointless breaking the bank if you get it right.
Yeah, but we very rarely get it right when we do break the bank.
I think if we were to break it now, we'd get it right with Jose.
Maybe. I think we've got our signing spot on under Jose so far.
Yeah, I agree. I said that yesterday.
And under Pochettino, we rarely got it spot on.
We signed plenty of horrendous French left wingers.
Yeah, and Kudu and G, the rest of you. But I kind of get his point.
No, I get his point. I agree to an extent.
All right, last but not least for this episode, it is from Isaac Lewis, and he says, we shouldn't sell Aurier for less than 20 million. We need him as a backup right back, and I think that's completely spot on.
I agree with. I said this yesterday in my update. I said, despite Aurier's flaws, and he has a lot of them, you don't need to tell me about them because I see them just like you do. But it's
I won't tell you.
Well, what are they? It's
I mean, he's got great concentration. He never makes a mistake. Never gives away a penalty. I mean, the documentary level-headed, spot on when Jose level-headed. Like, yeah, I'm scared of you.
You're gonna give a shit penalty away, mate. It's like, what are you doing?
I felt for Aurier though in that part of the documentary.
Yeah, but it's true. You've got to be honest. What's the point of going? You know what? Yeah, you're a great right back, mate. You don't make a mistake. But it's true. I actually do think Serge Aurier's got pedigree in Europe. He's a right back that's played for Spurs, PSG. He's the Ivory Coast captain somehow, and he's
but you know what? Vlad Juricez was the Romanian captain.
Ivory Coast are a good side.
Yeah.
You think of Didier Drogba, Salomon Kalou.
Yeah, but these players are retired.
All right, but even their team now is pretty good. Wilfried Zaha. I can't think of a lot of players.
Exactly, you know what I mean? They're not the team they used to be.
All right, fine, but it's not the point. He's a good right back, and he's definitely good enough to be a backup right back. And I agree. And even if he's not, I agree. He shouldn't be sold for less than 20 million. We paid 25. What was it? 25 million for him.
20, yeah.
And he's a good. I would say a good right back, good enough for some top clubs. And selling him for 15 million.
Selling him. We bought Matt Doherty for 15 million.
I know, but I just don't think. I think Daniel Levy can get more than 15 million for him.
I mean, I don't even think we should sell him for 20 because I think we need to anyway. Like,
I agree.
Selling Aurier just leaves us short again.
I know it probably won't, but what if Doherty gets a big injury? Well, what are we going to do then? Play Gedson at right back for 4 months?
Or Tanganga, yeah.
Exactly. So, no, I'd keep him.
All right.
But then you have the problem of we have no money.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, exactly. We need to sell to buy. So it looks like Foyth and Aurier are going to be out the door. Is there anyone else? Lamela says he wants to apparently fight first place.
Great. Carter Vickers could get 10 million for him.
Yeah, 10 million. Yeah.
You said I had this conversation with someone yesterday. He is an American international. Firstly, so if you're an international, that automatically puts your price up. Nah, it does. It's a fact.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
Why would being an American international put your price up?
He's played for Tottenham. Firstly,
hardly every time he's played.
He single-handedly in my opinion, kept Luton up last year. Okay. I'm not saying he's good enough for Spurs, and I think he's terrible.
Keeping Luton up was probably.
Do you realise who runs our club?
It doesn't matter. Listen.
You can get £10 million for him. No,
Carter Vickers keeping Luton up was probably the only successful loan spell he's been on. Every other team he's gone to,
but they're not going to look back at his loan spell from 4 years ago.
Every other team he's been in, he's been crap. Every time he's come into the Spurs team, he's been crap. The time he played against Wickham was probably the last time he's played a competitive game.
So you're telling me an American team won't come in with a £10 million bid for him?
No, they wouldn't.
Or a championship side for 8 million?
No.
Disagree.
He's going to be 5 million tops.
No way.
5 million absolute tops.
Between 5 and 10, I promise you.
I can't see. Well, anyway, let me know in the comment section below. Do you think we could get 10 million?
I think he's shit.
Or is 5 million?
But I think we can get a price for him.
I hope so, but I just can't see it. I don't think anyone, the teams that are going to be signing him are looking
I think we can get a price.
You're looking at a championship side or a League One side because no Premier League side coming in for him.
Again, that's where I think it would be. Like, I'm not saying he would be a good signing, but you're telling me someone shit like West Brom won't come in for a centre half of him, like £7 million.
No, I don't think
he's also only 21, 22.
He gets to a Championship side at tops.
We could just do a whole video about this.
We could, but anyway, look, that is our unpopular opinions, episode 2. Watch out for episode 3 to see if your unpopular opinion is featured. Like, subscribe, and comment, and as always, come on, you Spurs.